When I scrolled further up to see all the previous messages, I was shocked. Apparently, my mom had been buying illegal goods from some random guy, and he did not seem friendly. So I did what I knew I had to do. I texted him that I'd meet him at a local park and drop off the money. He insisted we do it at night, and I was insanely nervous, but I agreed. I sat in the park in the dark, and a sketchy car drove up. Then a buff guy stepped out and charged over to me. I thought he was going to jump me or something. He stopped and asked why the heck I was there. I handed him the money, my hands shaking, and told him to stop talking to my mom. But he wasn't going down without a fight. He said he was going to talk to whoever he wanted to. Frustrated, I handed him an extra grand, and he was shocked. He said he'd stay away. Thankfully, those next few days stuck at home with my mom was a nightmare. I pretended I had a cold so I couldn't go to school. Of course, she had guys over. I was disgusted hearing her make out with them, so I snuck out the window. I ended up spending a lot of my time with Leo. He thought it was super cool I got expelled, and honestly, he made me feel like the coolest person ever. We went to the mall and shopped together every day. When he asked me to be his girlfriend, I was so happy. I posted a picture of us together, but he asked me to take it down because his parents had ground him for having a girlfriend. One day, he showed me a car he really wanted. He said I'd be the greatest girlfriend ever if I bought it for him, and I told him I would. I had thousands and thousands of dollars saved up, so who cared? When I got home that same day, I had a letter, but it wasn't a Sunday, so I was surprised. I was even more surprised when I opened the envelope and it was a huge letter. The letter said that Leo was cheating on me with Rebecca, one of our classmates. My mysterious money sender told me to stop my relationship with him immediately. I felt so grossed out. How long had he been following me? Was he actually watching my every move? For the first time, the reality that some dude had been watching me my whole life started to sink in. But was he right about Leo? I texted Leo to hang out the next day, but he told me he had plans. I immediately went over to Rebecca's house and sat behind a tree, just out of sight. And you know what I saw? Leo and her in the backyard, laying by the pool and making out. My stomach turned. I couldn't believe it. I inched closer to hear what they were talking about, and Rebecca was talking about how ugly I was. Leo laughed and agreed with her, saying he was just in it for the money. I had never been that mad before in my life. Frustrated, I stormed off and decided I needed to get revenge in the best way possible. The next morning, my suspension from school was officially up. When I pulled up to the school, I felt like $1,000,000 because I was pulling up in the exact car that Leo wanted. He was so stoked at first, thinking it was a surprise for him, so he ran to me and asked for the key. But then I dropped the bomb on him in front of everyone. We're over.